what's up YouTube? In this video, I'll be showing you how to make a snow golem statue. If you want to make it, here's what you're going to need. You will need some spruce wood planks and some oak wood planks. Also, grab yourself some yellow stained clay and some black stained clay. You will also need some black wool, dark grey wool, light grey wool, and finally grab yourself some white wool. And once you have every single one of those materials right there, and once you've figured out what you want to make it, I'll be making it right here, you're going to want to kick off your snow golem statue with a row of 16 white wool in a row on the floor. That's 1, 6, 16. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Just like that. And once you have your row of 16 white wool, you then want to come all the way over to the left hand side of it, arbitrary side really, you can do this from either side, come all the way over to the left hand side, take a sideways view to your row 16, and from this first block that we placed, you want to go left, going that way, by 15 with your white wool, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And once you have your row of 15, you again want to take a sideways view, so you're looking towards the front of where we just started, and go left of this 15th block by another 15. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And once you have your second row of 15, you then want to take this 15th block and connect it all the way back to the original row of 16 to give you what should be a nice 16 by 16 square shape, like this. And once you've reached this point right here, this is what you want to do next. So once you have your square, you now want to take each one of the 4 corners of your square, and you want to raise up from each one of the 4 corners by 15 with your white wool. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And the other 3 corners, so number 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And the third one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And the final corner, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And once you have each one of your 4 pillars of 15, you then just want to connect each one of those 15th blocks together. Just go all the way around in a nice square shape to form what should be a big, giant, empty white cube. So just go all the way around, connect all of those 15th blocks together. Very, very simple. And what you want to end up with is something which should look exactly like this, just a big, giant, empty white cube. And once you've reached this point right here, this is what you want to do next. So, for the next part, you're going to have to choose which side you want to be the front of your snow golem. Of course, it could be any side right now, as we've just got every single side that looks the same. I'm going to be choosing this side. This is the front of my snow golem. So, come to the front of your snow golem and come all the way down to the bottom row. On top of the 2 middle blocks of the bottom row, and you can count it out, it will be the 8th and 9th blocks of the row, or you can just eyeball it like I have. But on top of the 2 middle blocks of the row, you want to stack 2 rows of 2 white wool. So like this, 1 and 2, just like that. Once you have your 2 rows of 2 white wool positioned directly on top of the 2 middle blocks, you then for the next row on top of the second row of your white wool, you want to on the left block do a dark grey, on the right block do a black wool. For the next row, left block light grey, right block dark grey. For the next 2 rows, do 2 solid rows of white wool. Then for the next row, and this might seem a bit repetitive, for the left block, do a dark grey. For the right block, do a black wool. For the next row, do 1 light grey, then 1 dark grey. For the next 2 rows, do 2 rows of white wool. Then, for the next row, again, do a dark grey and a black wool. For the next row, do a light grey, then a dark grey, and then all of the other rows are just white wool. So you want to end up with something that should look exactly like this. And those are just the stones at the base of our snow golem. They're supposed to be like buttons to a jacket or something, I imagine. I'm not entirely sure. But that is what you want to have for the base of your snow golem. We're not going to do this now, but later on, everywhere else will just be completely filled in with white wool. So once you've reached this point right here, we can now move on to the next bit, which is going to be the body. So come all the way up to the top of the base of your snow golem and do this. It's kind of difficult to explain, but what you basically want to do is one block higher and one block inwards in relation to the top of the body of our snow golem. You kind of just want to have a square of white wool that again just sits one block higher and one block inwards in relation to the top of our snow golem. So you just kind of want to have an ever so slightly smaller square of white wool just like sticking out of the top of the base of our golem. So you just want to have something which should look exactly like that. That explanation probably didn't make very much sense, but it should be quite obvious to you what you actually have to do. And once you have done that with your white wool, you now want to take the ever so slightly smaller square shape, and on top of each one of the four corners of that square you want to do 4 rows of 14 white wool, just coming up out of each one of the 4 corners. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. And the other 3 as well. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Last 2 now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and the last corner 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. You then want to take each one of those 14th blocks and just connect them all together, very similar to what we did at the base of our statue. So just go all the way around and connect each one of those 14th blocks together, and what you should have is an ever so slightly smaller cube stacked on top of your slightly larger base cube. So what you want to have is something that should look exactly like this. And once you have this, this is what you want to do next. So come to the front of your snow golem and come all the way down to the base of the body of your golem. And on top of the 2 middle blocks of the body of your snow golem, you guys can see which 2 I'm talking about, should be very easy to find. Again, just eyeball it, or as a matter of fact, you can just use the 2 middle blocks for the base of our statue just as a guide. But on top of the 2 middle blocks at the base of the body, you just want to stack a row of 2 white wool. So just like that, just stack a row of 2 white wool. And then this next part's going to seem quite familiar to you. On top of the white wool, on the left block, do a dark grey, and on the right block, do a black wool. Then for the next row, left block light grey, right block dark grey. For the next 2 rows, do 2 rows of white wool, so that's 1 and 2. Then for the next row, repeating this again, 1 dark grey, then a black wool. For the next row, light grey, dark grey. For the next 2 rows, white wool, white wool. For the next row, dark grey, black wool. For the next row, light grey, dark grey, and then for the final rows, just 2 rows of white. And what you want to end up with is something that should look a little bit like this. And I know that I did that very quickly, but in all fairness, guys, I mean, come on, it's really simple, and even so, you can probably just see exactly what I've done just by looking at this now. So once you've reached this point right here, this is what we're going to do next. So take out your yellow stained clay, come all the way up to the top of the body, and you basically just want to go all the way around the top of your body with your yellow stained clay. So just all around the top of that 14th row of white wool, just go all the way around the top of it with your yellow stained clay, and this will form the base of the head. So you want to have something which should look a little bit like this. Once you have your square of yellow stained clay, you then want to go on top of each one of the 4 corners of your yellow stained clay, and you want to go on top of each one of the corners, each by 15. That's 1, 5, 15. So like we've done 2 times before, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And the other 3 as well. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, whoops. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. You wouldn't believe how often that happens. I really wish I could just lock myself into flight form so I couldn't turn it off. Last 2 now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And the final row now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. You then, of course, just want to connect each one of those 15th blocks together, getting a bit of a stutter going. In all fairness, half of that was fake, but the initial stutter, trust me, that was real. It's what happens when you talk into a microphone for God knows how long, so just connect all of the 15th blocks all the way around the top, connect them all together to give you something which should just look like a big giant cube of yellow stained clay. So that is exactly what you want to have, and that is basically just the outline of the head of your snow golem. And once you've reached this point right here, we can now move on to the next part, which basically just involves us filling in our snow golem's entire face. So you're on the front of the statue and you want to come to the base of the head and come all the way over to the left hand side. If you've ever seen another one of my tutorials before, especially the statue tutorials, the way that we're going to build up the face, we're just going to go from left to right, and I'm just going to call out the colours and we'll just build it up row by row by row until we're eventually done. So for the second row of the face of your snow golem, just do an entire row of yellow stained clay, like that. That is what you want to have for the second row. For the next row, starting from the left hand side, most of this will be done from the left hand side unless I say otherwise, do 2 yellow clay, 1 black clay, 2 yellow, 1 black, 4 yellow, 1 black, 3 yellow. For the next row, do 2 yellow, 2 black, 1 yellow, 2 black, 1 yellow, 3 black, 1 yellow, 2 black. For the next row, do 1 yellow, then make the entire rest of the row black. For the next row, you basically just want to place a yellow stained clay either side of the row, just a single clay, and then fill the entire center portion of that row in with black. Like that. For the next row, starting from the left hand side, do 2 yellow, 1 black, 1 yellow, 1 black, 2 yellow, 1 black, 2 yellow, 1 black, 1 yellow, 1 black, 1 yellow. For the next row, do an entire row of yellow clay. For the next row, starting from the left hand side, do 3 yellow, 2 black, 4 yellow, 4 black, 1 yellow. For the next row, do 2 yellow, 4 black, 2 yellow, 5 black, 1 yellow. For the next row, do 2 yellow, 4 black, 2 yellow, 4 black, 2 yellow. For the next row, we can actually just repeat the previous row, so that's just 2 yellow, 4 black, 2 yellow, 4 black, 2 yellow. For the next row, do 3 yellow, 3 black, 2 yellow, 3 black, 3 yellow. For the next row, do 3 yellow, 2 black, 4 yellow, 1 black, 4 yellow. And for the final row, just do an entire row of yellow wool. God, that was kind of difficult, or at least it was tricky for me just checking out the plans. I don't know how that was for you guys, but let me give you a nice still shot of what the face should look like. So this is what you want to have for the face of your snow golem. If you have any trouble with that whatsoever, it's basically just a pumpkin, so if you know how to make one of those, just stick it on top of here and use black stained clay. So that is what you want to have for the face, and again, since I figured that might have been kind of difficult, or at least it was for me, there's a nice still image of it. Pause this video if necessary, of course. Once you have taken care of the snow golem face though, we can now move on to the next bit. So what we now want to do is we want to come to the inside of the face of your snow golem. And everywhere that we placed black stained clay, you basically just want to do the exact same thing like on the inside of the face of your snow golem. So you kind of just want to like trace along the inside of it with your black stained clay. So you just want to just double up on all of the black stained clay blocks, and they just want to sit one block behind the actual face. And what we're then going to do, once you've transferred all of the black stained clay just to the inside of the face, you're then going to return to the outside of your snow golem's face, and you just want to knock out all of the black stained clay blocks that we have built into the face. Does that explanation make any sense whatsoever? It doesn't sound as though it does, but it should be quite obvious to you what you have to do with your black stained clay. You just want to copy it into the inside of the head, then knock out all of the black stained clay that exists in the actual face of your golem, and you just want to end up with a cool 3D effect that should look, once I've finished it, I'm just knocking out blocks at the moment, which should look exactly like this. So it actually looks like a carving. Doesn't that look a lot better? That looks a lot cooler than it did just previously. So that is what you want to have for your snow golem's head. And once you've reached this point right here, what we're now going to do, and don't worry guys, I realise that we need to do the snow golem's arms, but to make the next bit easier, we're now going to go all the way around our snow golem, and we're going to completely fill it in. So that basically just involves going all the way around the head and filling all of that in with yellow stained clay, and then going all the way around the body and the base and just completely filling those sections in with white. I'm not going to do this on recording because it's going to take quite a while, so I'm going to be back in just a moment once I've filled in the head with yellow, the body with white, and the base with white, and then we're going to do the arms, and then we'll be done. So I'll be back in just a moment once this whole thing's just completely filled in. Back in a mo. Alright guys, so as you might be able to tell, I have literally just finished filling in our snow golem. All we have to do now, once you've reached this point right here, and obviously pause this video if necessary, if you're still doing that, you probably are, it takes quite a while. All we have to do now is add on arms to our snow golem. So once you've reached this point for yourself, come all the way over to the left hand side of your statue, and come all the way up to the top of the body, right here. You're looking for the two middle blocks at the top of the body. You can eyeball it, I'm pretty sure you guys will do fine. So once you found the two middle blocks, you now want to find the fifth row down. So this is the first row, this is the second, third, fourth, fifth. You're on the fifth row down right here. You've got the two middle blocks highlighted. Take out your oak wood planks and just place two oak wood planks in front of the two middle blocks of the fifth row coming down from the top, if you guys can see exactly what I've done there. What you then want to do with your oak wood planks, you now want to do bottom left diagonals as if you're looking from the front of your statue to your oak wood planks. Do bottom left diagonals from these oak wood planks, and you want to do 10 of them. So like this, you want to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So you want to have something which should look exactly like this. So in total, you want to have 11 oak wood plank blocks like that. You had the 1, you did 10 diagonals. You just want to have in total 11 oak wood plank blocks. And what you then want to do, I almost knocked my tea off the desk, that would have been a bad time, the tea would have fell on my foot and I would have had 3rd degree burns. Anyway, you guys don't care about my injuries. What you then want to do, once you have your oak wood plank blocks, take out your spruce wood planks and you just want to place place spruce wood planks above and below each one of these oak wood plank blocks. So just as I'm doing now, and you want to do a special thing when you get to the end, you kind of just want to go like all the way around the end block like this. You guys will see what I'm talking about once I've done the whole thing. So you want to have something which should look exactly like that, and that is pretty much your snow golem's arm in its entirety. You just want to have your 11 oak wood plank blocks, spruce wood above and below, and when you get to the end there, you kind of just want to have like an L shape like that, just going all the way around it. And of course, once you've done that to the first oak wood plank block, you want to do the exact same thing to the second oak wood plank block as well, because remember, you are doing it to the 2 middle blocks, you're not just doing it to one of them. But of course, the second one is a lot easier to do, as we can just copy exactly what we did for the first plank, and once you finish that, you should end up with something that should look exactly like that. Very, very simple, and that is arm number 1 completely taken care of. Once you've got that arm taken care of, we can now move on to the other arm, which is identical, just mirrored. So once you've got that taken care of, come all the way over to the opposite side of your statue, come all the way up to the top of the body, find the 2 middle blocks, which seem to be these 2 right here. Again, just eyeball it, you'll be fine, guys. Then find the 5th row down, that's the 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th row down. Place 2 oak wood plank blocks directly in front of those 2 middle blocks. Then looking from the front towards the back, just do 10 diagonals with your oak wood plank. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10, and once you have your 10 diagonals, or in total 11 oak wood planks, 1 plus 10, you then just want to do spruce wood planks on top and below them, except of course for the end block you just kind of want to go around it with your spruce wood planks, as you guys have seen me do previously. And then of course, you know, just above, below each one of the blocks, and you will have the arm completely completed. And you also want to do the exact same thing to the block behind it as well. So I'm just going to take care of that, and once you've taken care of both of the arms, we can actually take a look at our statue, because we'll be 100% done. Let's just finish this up as quickly as possible. So this is what you want to have for the opposite arm. As you guys can see, absolutely identical to the other arm. Just do the exact same thing, except as mirrored. Can we get both of them in one shot? Not really, the top's kind of covered, but you guys can see, absolutely identical, perfecto. And once you've taken care of both of those arms, you will actually have a 100% fully completed snow golem statue. Let's take a look at this guy, shall we? Really nice looking statue. Let's do a nice 360. So, hopefully, if you guys have managed to follow the tutorial all the way up to now, and you've managed to do everything right, you should be left with a statue that should look exactly like this. A really nice looking statue. I absolutely love any statue that's got anything to do with Minecraft. My favourite statues are these mob statues, and I really like this guy. He's big, he's bright, he's vibrant, beautiful, really fun. Makes a really good impression in the world. Kinda big, but you know, who cares? Who cares? He's so much taller than some of the other statues. Like, he's a lot larger than like a pig or a pigman, or he's kind of like almost as tall as an Enderman actually. I think he might either be ever so slightly shorter or taller. I can't remember. I've not got them placed next to each other, but it's a really nice looking statue. I really like it, and what I like about this is he's really easy to make as well. There's nothing really too difficult. The hardest part about this statue, getting the face right. If you can get past that, everything else is really simple. He's just a series of squares, really. So hopefully you guys have managed to make the snow golem for yourself. Thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you in the next video.